Welcome to today's topic, expectation management. One of the most common challenges that we see with owners is having high expectations right after graduation from our program. When dogs are performing at an incredibly high level with our trainers, owners sometimes think that they'll be able to immediately replicate the same level of proficiency once they begin to take over. We always recommend to our owners that having the mentality that it will take 1 month for every week that we have trained your dog for you to consistently apply the same expectations and skills as your trainer is a very good place to start. So one month for every week that we had your dog.
Yeah, that's such a good point. And I get it, it's so natural for owners to want to see the same level of performance right away. But here's something to keep in mind. The relationship that you have with your dog is something that's earned. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes consistent effort, patience, and intention to build that strong, reliable bond. And your dog is not a robot. Your dog is an emotional animal that has its own emotional states, and they're constantly changing. So living with your dog is much different than showing up and doing an hour and a half of training in a very controlled step-by-step environment with your trainers.
When a dog is working with the trainer has spent a lot of time and effort building a deeper connection with the dog that focuses much more on becoming their leader, creating calmness, and helping that dog get to their full potential. It's a process that involves creating clear communication and trust. So when you bring your dog home, you're not starting from scratch, but you are building that connection from a much different perspective.
And that's why it's important just to manage your expectations. The skills your dog has learned during training are there. They exist. The videos you've seen, the training you've done with yourself, like that happened. But the real work comes when you as the owner step in to fill that gap. And the training your dog has received is definitely the foundation, but now it's your responsibility and your gift to be able to continue reinforcing the behaviors.
There truly are no shortcuts to creating a strong relationship with your dog. You can't expect to pick up where a trainer left off without putting in the same consistent effort and time. But here's the good news. If you follow our program and you apply the techniques you've learned, you will absolutely surpass your goals. It may take some time, but the results are worth it, and they're there.
Yeah, and the patience is just the key. So think about it this way. The more you work with your dog, the stronger your relationship becomes, and the bond you're building through consistent training and intention is what makes that difference. So it's not about performing perfectly right away. There's going to be plenty of mistakes, and that's a given, but it's about building the trust and the understanding that your dog will be more responsive to even when the distractions arise.
And don't forget, you're always working on yourself as much as you're working on your dog. Every time you practice, you're reinforcing positive behaviors and learning how to communicate more effectively, as well as becoming more confident and efficient with the tools. The more you practice, the better you'll both get. This is a partnership, and both of you need time, patience, and practice to grow and feel confident as a dog team.
Exactly. So while it's great to see those incredible results with the trainers, and that's a huge part of your confidence boost, just remember that the progress with your dog is that journey, and it's not linear. It will go up and down, but hopefully trending to a positive direction. And then every small victory you have, celebrate that, because that's a step towards achieving your goals. And it's about the consistent progress that we make that it's going to get you to the finish line.
In the end, your dog is going to be able to perform just as well with you as they did with the trainer. Probably even better. Just stick with it, be patient, and keep applying what you've learned. Your efforts will pay off.
So just to recap, focus on the journey, manage those expectations, and remember that the relationship with your dog is something that grows over time and is never ever finished. The more effort you put in, the closer you'll get to your goals. And trust us, you're going to surpass them in no time.
And if you feel like you've really fallen off the wagon, you've taken vacations, somebody had to watch your dog, and things just feel really chaotic and out of control, just go back to the basics. The stuff is still there. The training is still there. The dog doesn't forget this stuff. Just go back, right? Go back to the foundation.
Yeah.
Follow some guidance from the turnover document, and just start there and work your way back up.
You can do it. So good luck, and we'll see you in the next video.